In the humid jungle clearing, Mowgli trains with Bagheera, but a subtle unease permeates the air. Bagheera senses Mowgli's distraction. "What troubles you, little brother?" Mowgli expresses his growing concern. "I've noticed the animals acting strangely, birds flying erratically, prey animals more skittish than usual." Bagheera attempts to reassure him. "That's just the natural rhythm of the jungle." Mowgli remains unconvinced, his intuition telling him otherwise. "I'm not so sure." In the heart of the wolf den, bathed in the ethereal glow of fireflies, Mowgli stands resolute before Akela and the pack. Akela listens intently, his focused gaze never leaving Mowgli as the boy recounts his observations. Raksha, her heart heavy with worry, watches Mowgli, her face etched with concern. Raksha's voice trembles with fear. "Mowgli, my son, please be careful. Do not interfere, it's too dangerous." Akela advises with solemn authority. "The jungle holds secrets, Mowgli. Tread lightly." Mowgli follows the flattened trail, Baloo lumbering heavily beside him, towards an unseen riverbank. The air grows unnaturally still, and Baloo's jovial grin fades as a heavy atmosphere descends. They discover a patch of withered plants, an odd metallic scent filling the air with foreboding. Suddenly, a troop of monkeys surrounds them, their eyes full of threat. At the head of the troop stands Kiro, scarred and fierce, a protector of the forbidden area. Kiro advances, snarling a warning. "This place is forbidden. Leave now or face the consequences." At the jungle watering hole, a tense gathering unfolds as the scorching sun intensifies the struggle for dwindling water. Mowgli, now a young teenager, observes the chaos with growing concern. Baloo struggles to maintain order, his usual cheerful demeanor replaced by visible strain. From a distance, Bagheera watches with narrowed eyes, sensing the rising unrest among the parched creatures. Mowgli steps forward, offering aid to a struggling elephant calf. "We need to find another water source." Beneath the jungle's canopy, Mowgli, Bagheera, and Baloo venture into ancient ruins, torchlight casting eerie shadows across weathered stones. Kaa appears, his scales glistening, weaving a tale of deception that quickly unravels under Mowgli's heartfelt plea. Kaa warns, "The spring is real, man-cub, but it's not easily claimed." Suspense fills the air as they learn of a guardian spirit, adding a mystical layer to their perilous quest. In the heart of the jungle, Kanati leads his pack, their eyes promising violence. Mowgli steps forward, his chest heaving, ready to defend his home. Beside Mowgli, Baloo and Bagheera stand ready. The other jungle animals rally behind Mowgli, their fear replaced by courage. Mowgli darts and weaves, outmaneuvering the dholes. With conviction, Mowgli confronts Kanati. "This is our home. You will not take it." The jungle lies parched under a relentless sun, its vibrancy replaced by a desolate dryness. Baloo's jovial spirit wanes as he struggles to find water, his concern growing with each empty watering hole. Mowgli arrives, his youthful face etched with worry as he witnesses the dire condition of their home. Baloo sighs heavily, confessing, "The water holes are drying up, little cub. If this keeps up, we are all in big trouble." Bagheera warns, "Even the humans are suffering. There is tension in the air, Mowgli. Be careful." Mowgli cautiously nears the village, the air thick with tension as villagers clash over dwindling water. Kruger's insidious whispers promise salvation as he exploits their desperation, offering water in exchange for betrayal. Mowgli overhears Kruger's deceit and understands the true cost of Kruger's bargain, his face hardening with resolve. Masua's plea hangs heavy in the air. "Mowgli, you must help us. Kruger is promising water, but I don't trust him." Under the cloak of night, Mowgli, his face lit by moonlight, guides Baloo and Bagheera through the jungle's embrace. In the village, Mesua stands defiantly before the elders, her voice resonating with truth, exposing Kruger's insidious scheme. Guided by Baloo, the animals redirect the spring's flow, creating life-giving streams toward the parched village. Mowgli confronts Kruger, his movements echoing the agility of the jungle itself, evading traps with ease. The villagers, now aware of Kruger's treachery and grateful for the water, drive him out. In the heart of the jungle, Mowgli, now a spirited young boy, hones his hunting skills under Baloo's playful guidance. Baloo, ever the jovial mentor, playfully evades Mowgli's advances, his movements a dance of gentle instruction. From the shadows, Bagheera observes, his gaze clouded with concern as he witnesses Mowgli's growing unease. Baloo's words echo through the clearing. "Remember, little brother, the jungle provides, but you must respect it." Mowgli's frustration bubbles to the surface. "But I'm not a bear, I don't understand." Bagheera's concern deepens, sensing the stirrings of Mowgli's human nature and the inevitable call of his true home. In the heart of the wolf den, torchlight dances across Akela's aged fur as he surveys his pack. Akela's voice echoes with concern. A new danger approaches. His warning cuts through the air. "Humans are encroaching deeper into our territory, bringing fire and destruction." Amidst his wolf siblings, Mowgli's bare chest rises and falls, the firelight mirroring in his eyes. At the jungle's edge, Mowgli halts, drawn by the sounds of human activity. He observes men felling trees and setting traps, their actions stark against the natural backdrop. A young girl sketches in a notebook, wandering away from the group. Their eyes meet, a silent acknowledgement of shared humanity. At the jungle's edge, Mowgli, adorned in human clothes and carrying a satchel of books, gazes longingly towards the village. Baloo lumbers up beside Mowgli, his expression a mix of concern and curiosity. Baloo's voice rumbles with gentle concern. "You seem troubled, little brother. Is the village not to your liking?" Mowgli responds softly, his words tinged with longing. "It's different, Baloo. I'm learning their ways, but I miss the freedom of the jungle." Bagheera appears, his presence radiating wisdom and authority. Bagheera's voice is calm but firm. "The human world has its own set of rules, Mowgli. You must learn to navigate them." The air crackles with the roar of saws as the earth trembles under the fall of ancient trees. The jungle's green heart is torn asunder. Startled birds explode into panicked flight, their cries echoing through the ravaged landscape. Animals flee, terror driving their every step. From a hidden vantage point, Mowgli watches the devastation, his small hands clenching into tight fists. "They're destroying our home." Baloo's voice rumbles with concern. "This is not good, little cub. The jungle cannot withstand such destruction." Inside the village council hut, Mowgli stands before the elders, his earnest eyes reflecting the flickering torchlight as he seeks to impart the urgency of his plea. The village leader, his face a map of time and concern, listens with a skepticism born of experience. The village leader speaks, his tone a blend of necessity and justification. "Mowgli, we need the wood to build homes and provide for our families. The jungle is vast. Surely we can take a little without causing harm." Mowgli's voice rises with passion and warning. "But you don't understand. The jungle is a delicate balance. If you destroy it, you destroy yourselves." At the jungle's edge, Mowgli stands, a figure caught between two worlds, his gaze drawn to the distant human village. Baloo lumbers into view, his face etched with worry as he approaches Mowgli. "You look troubled, little cub." Mowgli's voice is filled with uncertainty. "It's just, I don't know where I belong anymore." The sound of children playing drifts from the village, a stark contrast to the wild symphony of the jungle. Inside the dimly lit hut, Mowgli sits, his brow furrowed in concentration as he studies the strange symbols on the wooden tablet. The village elder watches, his expression unreadable, as Mowgli struggles to decipher the ancient script. The sounds of the jungle chirping crickets and distant howl call to Mowgli, distracting him from his studies. A villager cautiously approaches, his face etched with worry, bringing news of a looming threat. The villager warns, Shere Khan has been sighted near the village. "You must be careful, Mowgli. He still seeks revenge." Mowgli emerges into a sun-drenched clearing, the air alive with the unfamiliar sounds of axes and human activity. He pauses, his gaze drawn to a group of humans felling trees, their movements disrupting the peace of his home. Anna confronts Mowgli with a stern gaze, her words cutting through the air. "What are you doing here?" Anna declares. "We're here to build a new settlement. This jungle will soon be tamed." Mowgli's face hardens, the shock of the human's intentions turning to anger as he contemplates the threat to his beloved jungle. Mowgli, awkwardly adorned in village attire, battles the plow, his movements betraying his wild origins. His eyes wander, drawn to the beckoning jungle, a stark contrast to the fields he now treads. Village children observe from a distance, their expressions a canvas of curiosity and distrust. Under the relentless sun, Mowgli whispers, "I don't belong here, but I don't belong there anymore either." The air hangs heavy, thick with the scent of crops unfamiliar to his senses, a constant reminder of his alienation. At a parched watering hole, Baloo and Bagheera stand near the last puddle, their argument echoing through the tense air. A gathering of desperate animals shifts restlessly, their eyes reflecting the harsh reality of survival. Mowgli enters the clearing, immediately sensing the palpable tension that hangs heavy in the air. Bagheera warns, "Mowgli, be careful, there's a new jackal in the jungle, Tabaki. He's clever and dangerous, preying on the animal's fears and hunger." Tabaki responds, "Survival of the fittest, old friends. Every creature for themselves." Under the flickering torchlight, the village meeting place becomes a cauldron of seething fury, villagers unleashing accusations like poisoned arrows. Mowgli steps into the heart of the uproar, his gaze reflecting the ancient wisdom of the jungle, challenging the storm of distrust. Scoffs and wary glances greet Mowgli, a stark reminder of the deep-seated skepticism he faces. The elder raises a hand, a silent command that cuts through the chaos, demanding attention. Silence descends as Mowgli speaks, his voice resonating with the profound lessons of the jungle. "We can survive this, but only if we work together, like the jungle teaches us." His words hang in the air, a challenge and a plea for unity in the face of desperate times. At the jungle's edge, Mowgli and Baloo engage in playful sparring, their movements a dance between wildness and camaraderie. The sounds of human construction echo through the trees, casting a shadow over their carefree existence. From a distance, Bagheera watches with a pensive gaze, his thoughts troubled by the encroaching human presence. Mowgli pauses, curiosity piqued. "I wonder what the humans are doing." Baloo dismisses the threat with a wave of his paw. "Troublemakers, that is what they are. Best to stay away." Bagheera warns Mowgli, his voice laced with concern. "Mowgli, you must be careful. Remember Shere Khan and what he wants. We need to protect our home." Flickering lights paint the village in a dance of shadows, the scent of cooked food and wood smoke heavy in the air. Drawn by the village's mysterious allure, Mowgli cautiously emerges from the jungle's edge. Villagers share laughter and stories around a crackling fire, their faces illuminated by the warm glow. Priya separates from the group, her gaze meeting Mowgli's across the distance, a silent connection sparking between them. In a moment of quiet understanding, Priya offers a gentle smile, bridging the gap between two worlds. Deep in the jungle, Silas and his men hack through the thick foliage, leaving a trail of destruction. Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera emerge from the trees, witnessing the devastation wrought by the humans. Baloo growls, a deep rumble of anger echoing through the jungle. Mowgli clenches his fists, torn between his human and animal selves, as he sees the fear in the eyes of the fleeing creatures. Silas steps forward, a cruel glint in his eyes, revealing his plan to exploit the jungle's resources. Silas proclaims, "This jungle's got more riches than you animals can imagine, and we're gonna take it all." Dawn breaks over the jungle, painting the landscape with soft light and glistening dew. Mowgli, agile and swift, tears through the jungle undergrowth with effortless grace. Mowgli pauses at the watering hole, a place of familiar comfort and camaraderie. Baloo is sitting lazily by the water, patiently fishing as the morning unfolds. Bagheera watches from above, a mixture of amusement and concern etched on his face as he observes his friends. Mowgli stumbles upon a hidden valley, untouched by human interference, a sanctuary of peace and breathtaking beauty. His awe turns to concern as he discovers discarded tools and felled trees, signs of human encroachment disrupting the natural order. A group of frightened animals approaches, led by Hathi's brother, a wise old elephant with weary eyes. Hathi's brother warns, "The two legs bring only destruction. We must protect our home." Mowgli's face hardens with anger, a fierce determination igniting within him as he vows to protect this newfound paradise. Under the silver moon, the Wolf Council Rock becomes the stage for rising tension, wolves exchanging uneasy glances, snarls mix with whines, a symphony of discord as some wolves advocate aggression, while others plead for caution. Shere Khan lurks in the shadows, his gleaming eyes fueling the pack's unrest with subtle, manipulative whispers. Mowgli steps forward, his voice a plea for peace. "I plead for a peaceful solution. Let me try to negotiate with the humans." Akela's grave warning echoes. "Tread carefully, man-cub. The jungle's fate rests on your shoulders." Mowgli awkwardly navigates the village, his ill-fitting clothes a stark contrast to his surroundings. He fumbles with unfamiliar tools, his movements clumsy and uncoordinated, causing ripples of giggles among the observing children. The villagers maintain a patient demeanor, but Mowgli's gaze drifts longingly towards the distant jungle. A faint, familiar call pierces the air, whispering promises of a life left behind. In the dimly lit hut, Mowgli sits restlessly, the flickering lamplight casting shadows around him. He picks up a smooth, gray stone, a tangible echo of his wild past. Memories flood back. Baloo's laughter, Bagheera's wisdom, the thrill of the hunt. He strains to hear the hushed whispers of the villagers, a growing unease permeating the night. Livestock disappears, strange howls echo, and a dark premonition grips Mowgli's heart. A wave of responsibility washes over him, a silent promise to protect both worlds. At the border of his wild domain, Mowgli stands resolute as the jungle's humid breath envelops him. Baloo and Bagheera emerge from the dense foliage, their expressions mirroring a shared gravity. Baloo pleads with Mowgli, "This tiger, he's bigger, meaner than Shere Khan ever was. The jungle is in chaos." Bagheera warns, "He's disrupting the order, Mowgli. The animals are terrified. We don't know how to stop him." Mowgli's eyes blaze with determination as he declares, "I will help you. This is my home too." Mowgli moves with unmatched grace, effortlessly aiding the villagers as he carries heavy burdens under the sun. His jungle wisdom shines as he resolves their issues, yet a distant yearning flickers in his eyes as he glances towards the untamed jungle. Mesua watches him, her heart heavy with unspoken worries. Mesua approaches Mowgli cautiously. "Mowgli, what troubles you?" Mowgli pauses, his gaze shifting from the village to the distant jungle, a silent battle raging within him. Sunlight dapples the jungle clearing as Mowgli stands caught between the protective strength of Baloo and the cunning vigilance of Bagheera. Bagheera warns, his voice a low growl. These men are different, Mowgli. They are not afraid of anything, and they will stop at nothing to get what they want. Baloo implores, his tone earnest. We need your help, little brother. You know both worlds. You can help us protect our home. Mowgli remains silent, his face etched with growing realization of the peril threatening both the jungle and the village. The ominous breeze whispers through the leaves, underscoring the weight of Mowgli's decision. Under the jungle night, Mowgli devises a careful plan, using his knowledge to protect the village. He moves with intense urgency, ensuring every trap is perfectly set to protect the village from the poachers. With determined resolve, Mowgli informs the villagers of the imminent danger, teaching them vital defense strategies. Humans and animals unite under Mowgli's lead, driving Kruger and his men out, proving unity conquers all. Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera step into an uncharted jungle where the air vibrates with strange, unknown sounds. Mowgli's eyes light up with childlike wonder as he ventures deeper into the dense, unfamiliar jungle. Baloo trudges reluctantly behind, his grumbles echoing through the dense foliage as they leave their familiar territory behind. Bagheera treads cautiously, his senses on high alert as he navigates the shadowy undergrowth, ever watchful for unseen dangers. Suddenly, Mowgli stops dead in his tracks, his breath catching in his throat at the sight of a hidden waterfall. "This is amazing!" Mowgli exclaims, his voice filled with awe as he gazes upon the crystal-clear pool. Beneath the veiled moonlight, Mowgli treads cautiously through the jungle's embrace, drawn by whispers to forgotten temple ruins. Moonlight paints the crumbling walls with silver, revealing relics of ages past as Mowgli steps into the heart of the temple. Near the ancient altar, Elder emerges from the shadows, his words echoing through the temple. "The balance is shifting, Mowgli. You must find a way to restore it before it's too late." The weight of destiny settles heavily upon Mowgli as he listens intently, the eerie whispers of the jungle intensifying around him. The jungle lies in ruins, a testament to nature's fury, as Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera arrive amidst the devastation. Mowgli's heart shatters as he surveys the suffering, the charred remains of his home, a painful reminder of what was lost. With newfound resolve, Mowgli rallies the animals, his voice echoing through the ravaged landscape. "We have to help them. This is our home, and we won't let it be destroyed," Mowgli declares, his words a beacon of hope. Together, they begin the arduous task of rebuilding, their determination unwavering in the face of despair.